So hello everyone, this is Coding with Ojas. Today we are going to be using 3 different programming languages to code an hypotenuse finder program. So if you want to install these 3 programming languages, I'm just going to tell you: Python, Java and C++. If you want to install, I will leave the link in the description, but all you need to do is for Java, you need to go to Google and search Java downloads, or just click in the link in the description, Java downloads, and then you go here, you scroll down and you find this JDK development kit. In these downloads, you search for your operating system. Mine is Windows, so in Windows you can go and click here. This will give you a installation file which will help you in the installation of JDK. JDK is just what you need to use Java. And if you want for Python, you can just go to python.org, or you could just click in my link in the description. So here you go to the downloads, and here Python 3.12.5. You can just install this. You click here, you install Python, and after installing its installation file, you can use it to install Python. After for C++, I really recommend you to go to this website, code.visualstudio.com/docs. Here, or you could just use my link in the description. Here you go to languages and then C++, and then here you can just scroll down and follow the instructions. Here you install the extension and getting the compiler. You really need Wing GW, but I won't be able to show you how to install it. You could just use this tutorial to install it. Okay, so without any further ado, we can start. So I think I'm going to start with Python first. So in Python, making a hypotenuse finder program is quite easy. So first I'm going to annotate any of my variables which I'm going to use. So first variable will be base, which is the base of the right angle triangle. So if you don't know the formula to find the hypotenuse, you can use this. What you need is base squared plus perpendicular squared, which is equal to hypotenuse squared. So basically the formula would be hypotenuse is equal to square root of base squared plus perpendicular squared. So here in base we are going to write our base will be a double or a float. I'm sorry about saying double. Any Python lovers, sorry. Base, and then perpendicular. Perpendicular. This is a float to, and then for hypotenuse, we are going to just say it is also a float. So here I just declared everything. What you could do is also just write the base and perpendicular here to make it more shorter, but I don't really need to make it short, so I can just write it after declaring it. So I'm going to make a comment here. Sorry. Okay, so here I'm going to comment out that annotations. Annotations, finally. Okay, annotations. Now we are just going to continue with the code. Well, I don't really know what we will call this, so let's just see. So here, now we will need to find the base, so we need the input from the user. So here base is equal to input, and here in input we are going to write, we can just type anything. Here we can type inverted commas or just single commas, single inverted comma or just double inverted commas. I'm going to use double inverted commas because they are mostly related to strings only. So here we find that we need to turn this to float. So now it does not have those yellow lines. So in input we are going to write what is the base, the length of the base, length, length of the base. So in the triangle, triangle. Okay, and then here this is the base. Here we are finding, we can just copy this and paste it here, and we need to change this to perpendicular. Perpendicular. So here we just did a few changes to the original only. Perpendicular is equal to float of input. What is the length of the perpendicular in the triangle? Okay, now we are going to find. Now we are going to use this to find our hypotenuse calculation, to find the hypotenuse. And one more thing, I forgot to import the maths module. Maths. So you should import that. I'm going to say here imports, imports, and now we are going to go down here. I'm going to say this as input. This is, so now we are going to do the calculation. So I'm going to say calculation, calculation, and here now I'm going to type. So follow me, okay. Hypotenuse is equal to math dot sq square root of math dot power of base and by 2. So we are just multiplying base by into base, and then we can do this. Then we do math dot, so we don't have any more. So now we add a plus, and then math dot power perpendicular and 2. So now we are just okay. So yeah, now this is the formula. I think I can actually separate these so that it looks much easier on the eyes. Yep, okay. Here is the formula. I think wait. Sorry guys, I'm actually kind of a bit good about formatting. I'm kind of into formatting, so this will look good. Okay, so here now it looks good. I think the previous one was better. Okay, so here after you're done, I made it a bit formatted so it looks good. Okay, so after you're done, this is the calculation which is done. So now we can just print it. So I'm going to say hashtag output. So we are just outputting the value, which is print the length of the hypotenuse is, and then we are going to add a space, and we are just going to, we can use the F string. If you don't know F string, these are just formatted strings. So here we can write hypotenuse. So this is the program you would need to make a hypotenuse finder program. I'm going to post this in my GitHub. And you will be able to see this in my GitHub. So here, now we are done with Python. We can save this. We can also run this if we can test it. Oh, and by the way, I made it like this. What did I do wrong? Wait, we are going to put this in. It seems that my program, yeah, I knew it. Okay, so what is the length of the base in the triangle? So let's say maybe 3, and the perpendicular is, let's 4. So the length of the hypotenuse is 5. So the length of the hypotenuse is 5, and this is correct, right? You could also do the calculation. So well, we tested our program. It looks good. Let's move on to Java. So in Java, it will be a bit different, only a bit. So we already have the math class imported. If you don't know, math class is already imported, so we don't need to import it back again. So here, now we are going to start with the input. So for input, we would need to import Java. We forgot to import java.util.scanner. After importing scanner, we can instantiate the scanner. So what we can do is, first we can instantiate the scanner. So what you need to do is this, instantiating. We are going to say instantiating. And I think this might be wrong, but don't worry, you don't need to care about the comments. Okay, we need to care about the code. You know what, I'm just going to remove this. Okay, so here we are going to first instantiate the scanner. So here, scanner, I'm going to call it scanner with a lowercase s, which is equal to new scanner, and we have to put sys system.in. Okay, here then you put a semicolon, and then I think we would need to put some variables. We must declare some variables which are base, and then base, perpendicular, and hypotenuse. So we are going to declare those. So first we have double, let's do base, which is equal to, we are not going to instantiate, I just forgot that. Okay, here then we have double, double, perpendicular, perpendicular, double perpendicular, and we need the hypotenuse. So okay, so now we have declared the variables. Oh, we can call it as this declaration. So here these declaration, and then we would take our input. So input. So in input we would do south. Okay, south. Okay, so here we are going to put a print statement because we want our scanner to be more nicer. So I don't think you would understand, but we want our scanner to be more like nice after the print, so after the output. So that's why here we are going to write the what is the base of the triangle, triangle, and then we are going to make a scanner. So we are going to set base is equal to c scanner dot next. Can we do double? Yes, we can do double. So here double, then we can do. So now we can say what is the perpendicular of the triangle. So I'm just going to copy this. We forgot to add the inverted commas. What is the perpendicular of the triangle? Okay, now we are going to put perpendicular is equal to scanner dot next double, and then so now we already got the input. So now we need to do is do the calculation. So again, maths is already imported, so we don't need to import it again. Hypotenuse is equal to square root of math dot pow. You could also just do base into base plus perpendicular into perpendicular, but math dot power is more better, so that we can use the maths module. So here we do base and 2, and then we do plus math dot pow and perpendicular and 2. So now this is the calculation. I think we can make this a bit better to look. It is more like yes. Okay, so here we do that. Okay, it seems that it doesn't want to do the we could just okay, I think Java doesn't want me to make this look nice. Yeah, it's kind of okay. Now we just do this, and then okay. Okay, so this looks much nicer. Now we can do just print the output. So PUT output, and in here we are going to write sorry, I got kind of used to Eclipse. Actually, I'm using IntelliJ because it is much better for the beginners. So that's why. But no problem, you can use any IDE you want. I recommend IntelliJ because it is good for Java programming. So here we are going to print the HYPOT and USC hypotenuse of the triangle is, and then we just add our hypotenuse. Okay, so we can test this if we want. Okay, yeah, but hypotenuse, but yeah, IntelliJ IDEA is also having some disadvantage, such as a bit slow, but it won't take much time, I hope. Okay, I'm just going to pause this video for it. Okay, so the program started. Here we can see here. So okay, what is the base of the triangle? Let's say it's 3. What is the perpendicular of the triangle? Let's say 4. Oh yeah, we forgot that we would print line here. Yeah, you could fix that. Now let's run it again. Sorry about that. Stop, run, rerun. Please pass. Okay, yeah. So here 3, 4, and now it's going to give 5.0. So this is the hypotenuse finder program for Java. Let's move on to C++. So for C++, I am using Visual Studio Code because I think it is much better for C++. You could use any IDE you want. You can use CLion, but I'm not using it now because it is paid. So I'm going to use Visual Studio Code. And we won't need the CMath module. So what we are going to do is hashtag include okay, so here CMath. So here we have CMath. Visual Studio Code has no errors. Here now what we are going to do is first I think we should declare our variables. So here we have a double here. So for the double we are going to do first we have a double variable which is our base, and we are just going to declare it, not assign it. So double double perpendicular PRPND perpendicular perpendicular. I hope I spelled that right. double double hypotenuse. Okay, so now this is what we have declared this. We are going to also give a variable comment for this. We are going to say that this declaration declaration. Okay, so now we will do our input. So for the input we are going to do base is not that, we have to do a standard cin. Yes, so now cin which is going to be sending its data to So to be honest, if you ever get confused between what operator to use while input and output, what I really see them is that as arrows. So from the input of this terminal, we are sending our data to our base variable. So first we are going to tell the user what we are actually telling them to do. Standard cout, standard cout. So now we are using this operator because we are actually sending we are actually printing something. So we are sending data from here to our output terminal. So here we are going to say what is the base of the triangle. Here now we are going to add or invert our semicolon. Then we are going, when the user enters the base, we are going to say what is the so we are going to say what is the perpendicular of the triangle. So here perpendicular of the triangle, and we are just going to copy this. Instead of sending it to base, we are going to send it to perpendicular And now we are going to do the calculation. So calculation calculation. So here hypotenuse is equal to, so our hypotenuse is equal to our calculation. So C math maybe I spelled C math wrong. No, sorry. Okay, so here hypotenuse is equal to SQ square root of power of base and 2, which is meaning the square only, and plus power of perpendicular plus 2 and 2. So here this is the calculation of the hypotenuse. I don't think our C++ will allow any like further optimization probably. Okay, it allows okay, and here we are going to do this, and now our program looks a bit better. Now we are going to do the output. OUT output. It seems that okay. So output, here we are going to do a standard cout so we are using these operators because we are sending some line to the terminal, so that's why we are going to use this terminal. I used to have problem with these, but I just think of these as some like transfer data or something like a phone. It sends some data to some place, you know, like let's say maybe you're calling your friends and then you're telling something, so you're just transferring them some data through a phone. So I just like to say this as a phone kind of. So here now we are going to do the hypotenuse of the triangle is, and then the hypotenuse of the triangle is, and this time we are actually sending some data to this string. So it is kind of like a phone between a friend and a friend, and then it transfers from that friend to another friend of his. So it's kind of like that. Here we are going to say hypotenuse. Now we have made our program. Let's test it. I want to run this C++ file. Build and debug file. Okay, here. Okay, so here it is coming. Executing task. So now it is, I think, going to build a .exe file of the hypotenuse finder. Yes. Show errors. There's no problems only. I think it was just because GCC it's running. Debug anyway. I think maybe the terminal would be able to show. Wait, I don't want to debug. Debug anyway. Okay, so it seems that our program has a problem even though VS Code doesn't show it. Okay, so yeah, I think I wasn't using the correct okay, yeah, technical difficulties. Yeah, so yeah, I fixed the problem and it seems to work. Not in the way, so okay, here it seems it is going to work. So what I did was actually using GCC. I should have used G++ for to compile it. So I had to delete this .vs code file and all of that. So if you get any error, just delete the .vs code file and then rerun it again. If you don't see any problems, then only delete it and then run it again with G++. And yeah, it still does not seem to do anything. Yeah, okay, here. So let's do 3, 4, 5. So it seems that the hypotenuse of the triangle is 5, which is correct. So now, yeah, but I still think there is something wrong with this because it does not seem to show 5.0 or something. So we can test this again. Okay, the base, what is the base of the triangle? It does not seem to be formatted properly, but we are just going to use the .exe file anyways. So here, let's do 3.3. Perpendicular of the triangle, let's say 4.4. The hypotenuse of the triangle is 5.5. Okay, it works. So now it is also in a .exe file. So what we could do is go to our file explorer and go to Bootcamp C, and then we can find our C++ projects here. I saved it here. So in this we can actually run this. What is the base of the triangle? We can now just use this program normally as an .exe file. So let's do 3, 4. Ooh, okay, we forgot to put the program to sleep, so that we must use our terminal to run this anyways. So what we could do is shift right click, open PowerShell window here, and then we can run hypotenuse finder. Hypotenuse finder.exe. It seems that it looks like it's running, hopefully. Oh, come on, this program is under 1 kilobyte, and when you compile it to an exe file, it's like 148 kilobytes. That actually wild. So yeah, okay, PowerShell, it's not working. So you know what, just use VS Code. It's going to work good with VS Code anyways. But here's how you can use 3 different programming languages to make an hypotenuse finder program, which is Python. Okay, well, yeah, okay, which is Python. Okay, this is not Python. This Python, and then Java and C++. So if you like this video, I'm going to post this in the GitHub, and I really thank you. I will really like it if you join my Discord server. Oh, come on, why did I forgot to open Discord? Okay. Okay, here my my Discord is lagging. I'm just going to put it here. It will never. Okay, you know what? Just I'm going to leave the link in the description. Okay, you know what? Just go hide. Why is Windows 10 so slow? Okay, I'm going to leave the link in the server. I'm going to leave the link of the Discord server in the description. You can go check it out. You can join it. I still have no participants in it, no members in it. You can join it. You can also help me in some things, like how I was stuck actually finding how to share my GitHub repository. But right now it's not a problem, but you could help me in more things. You could give me video ideas. So I hope you like the video, and this is Coding with Ojas out.